Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in. As we can see guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario. A scenario which is pointing us where the price of Bitcoin in the immediate short term, where the price of Bitcoin for the coming days might be possibly heading. So before I start talking about it, I want you guys to do me a favor and quickly destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed this free 200 USDT futures position airdrop from Bybit, then I suggest you guys to check the video description, because Bybit right now is giving around free 200 USDT futures position airdrop, either Bitcoin USDT position, Ethereum USDT position, or Solana USDT position. All the links are in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity now. If you look at this price action of Bitcoin in a daily time frame, nothing much has changed. I mean, on my previous videos, I was very clear. The more sideways movement we see, the more accurate this parabolic curve pattern will play out. I mean, since we have already formed base 1, base 2, base 3, this sideways movement could be the formation of base 4. And if you look at this example on the right hand side, you can see very clearly, guys, price after forming this base 4 is going to go parabolic, and it is also going to head towards this sell point. And if this exact scenario is going to play out in our case, you can see guys, this sideways movement is making a lot of sense, and price after that is expected to show another parabolic move, which could be in between 90 to 100,000. That is the area where we could be getting attracted according to this parabolic curve pattern. Now, even in a bigger time frame, I mean in a weekly time frame, you can see the price opportunity around 90,000 to 100,000, in between that range, makes a lot of sense, because if you look at this weekly time frame, if you look at this rounding bottom type of formation, you can see two type of rounding bottom. So in a bigger frame, if the price of Bitcoin remains over 60,000, then you can see guys, it is going to play out just like as shown here in an example. After retesting the previous temporary raise line, the price of Bitcoin could show more sideways movement, but it will be preparing itself for another bullish move here like this. And according to the rounding bottom, right, you can see the price opportunity sits in between 90,000 to 100,000. So that is another reason why I personally think after some shakeout, after some sideways movement, the price of Bitcoin could be heading towards this sell point, which is going to be in between 90,000 to 100,000 before starting with an actual corrective move. Because you can see, I showed you this on my yesterday's video, right? In the long term, the price, whenever it has broken out of this resistance line, whenever it has found support above this 200 moving average, it has started with an actual impulsive move. Same thing has happened again and again, but in our case, since we are still hovering around the previous high, we still have room. I mean, breaking the previous high here resulted in a very bullish move. Breaking the previous high here, you can see, resulted in a very bullish move. So since we are hovering around the previous high, we might also see another bullish continuation, at least in between 90,000, 100,000 before showing an actual corrective move. Because I have been very clear with you guys to the downside. Whenever the price of Bitcoin has topped out, whenever this RSI in a monthly time frame has topped out or was in an overbought area, it has resulted in a corrective move, and it has also signaled top for Bitcoin. But in our case, if you look at it carefully, this RSI line is still hovering around 70, 71, which means we still have room until this RSI starts appearing around overbought area, right? And slowly shows another continuation here like this. And until then, we are also expecting the price of Bitcoin to show furthermore impulsive move before starting with an actual correct move like this. So in a bigger picture, right, you can see the price of Bitcoin actually looks very bullish. But what is stopping us right now? I mean, in a bigger picture, things looks bullish, but what is stopping us right now? Because in a daily time frame, you can see we are still facing resistance from this Williams alligator indicator. On my previous video, I showed you guys to see an actual bullish continuation like this happening, we need a confirmation. First, we need a confirmation from this Williams alligator indicator. We need this green line to appear at the top and blue line at the bottom. If we see that happening, green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, right? It usually indicates we are preparing for a new uptrend. But for better confirmation, I have also suggested you guys to look for this indicator confirmation. I mean, RSI must be above 50. MACD must form a bullish crossover, which looks like happening very, very soon, right? And this T3CCI indicator must appear in a positive territory. You can see it has already started to do that. Now we just need a confirmation from this MACD. Once this MACD starts turning bullish, there is a very, very high probability of this Williams alligator indicator also turning bullish. Green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, which is going to give us another buying opportunity. So for now, we need this resistance, the Williams alligator indicator resistance, to be broken at any cost, and parallelly also this basis line resistance. I mean, from this Bollinger Band, you can see the central line is still acting as resistance, but once we find proper support above this trend line, it is going to result in furthermore impulsive move like this. Price trying to break out of the upper band, and we know upper band gets broken when the price is preparing itself for a new impulsive move. So that is another reason why resistance from this Williams alligator indicator, resistance from this Bollinger Band actually is very, very important for us. And once we break out of it, it will also result in another bullish move, because according to the leading indicator, according to this descending channel, since we have already broken out from this key line of resistance, now we are fighting to remain above this bottom CPL line. Once this flips into support, once the price finds support above this center line or the basis line, you can see this center line and even the top CPL line will be attracting us, which is going to be around 69 to 70,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. 69 to 70,000 will be looked as our upcoming target for Bitcoin if we can remain above this bottom CP line and also support above this basis line, because once we do that, then there is a very, very high probability of price not just only testing the top CPL line, but also the resistance from this descending triangle. Even though descending triangle is a bearish continuation pattern, before deciding the trend duration, first there is a very high probability of price testing this resistance line around 70,000 to 69,000. So what I want you guys to do is to monitor this price movement carefully, because parallelly this line 70,000 is also the resistance from this descending channel or bull flag, because this here is a bullish continuation pattern. And in our case, if the price is going to test this trend line one more time, I personally think it is going to get broken. I mean, price breaking out from the 70,000 and head towards this price opportunity, which is above 80,000. So that is another reason why for us, the support which you have from this bottom CPL line, the support which you have from this basis line is so important for the media short term, because parallelly, we are also forming this inverse head and shoulder type of formation. I mean, I showed you this on my yesterday's video, right? We have already broken out of this neckline, and the price opportunity from this inverse head and shoulder is also somewhere around 69 to 70,000. So that's why 69, 70,000 could be attracting us before choosing a trend duration. And now, beside the price action, even if we look at this liquidation heat map here, you can see in a monthly frame, right? If you look at this monthly liquidation heat map, we have huge liquidity around 71, 73,000. I mean, between that range, we have huge liquidity. So this liquidity clusters might be acting as magnet. So in a bigger picture, you can see this line could be attracting us. So I personally think this is where we could be getting attracted before deciding the trend duration. That is another reason why 70,000 price objective actually makes a lot of sense for the media short term. And now, only confirmation what we are looking at or waiting for to happen is from this MACD. Once this MACD starts turning bullish, there is a very, very high probability of price not just only testing the 70,000 and even heading towards the price opportunity from this bull flag. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, do not hesitate to destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed this free 200 USDT futures position airdrop from Bybit, then I suggest you guys to check the video description, because Bybit right now is giving around free 200 USDT futures position airdrop. Either Bitcoin USDT position, Ethereum USDT position, or Solana USDT position. All the links are in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.